Cool. Now we are live. Nothing serious. It's just a casual catch up. Like I just wanted to talk how things have been with Mysa, and like I still remember that one shout out you gave on LinkedIn.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
So that was during the initial phases of us using nRev.
Correct. So at that time we were just building the momentum for our launch and all on LinkedIn and Product Hunt. So that just worked as a fuel for us.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you for that. To set the scene for today's call, Vignesh, I will begin with asking you about Mysa. Like, what does Mysa do, and who do you serve?
Sure. So Mysa, we are an AI first AP automation platform. So you as a business also might have a lot of vendors, right? So our major scene is how we help businesses handle the vendor payments. You might receive invoices, and there is a set of processes after that, right? Until you pay the invoice and then you book it into your accounting tool or your ERP. So this entire process from invoice to payment and reconciliation is where Mysa comes into place.
Awesome. Can we put it in the bracket of post sales?
This comes into more of a as a fintech finance tool. So your accounts tool, accountants or the finance controller in your company is a major user of our product.
Awesome. What do you do at Mysa? Like, and how does the growth team or GTM team looks like?
Okay, so we are a small team as of now. So I joined here as part of the founder staff, and now I'm looking into the GTM side of things. It's been a couple of months. We are actively putting fuel into the GTM engine as well. So currently we have myself, I have Ananya in my team, and we have a couple of SDRs and AEs in the team. So it's basically a close-knit sales and marketing team. We are trying to, get more demos. We are trying to figure out our ICP. Even now we are trying to figure out who wants our solution. I know there are people out there, trying to solve for this problem, but again, this is a very still unorganized place, I would say. So we are trying to organize this even, let's say, in Google searches as well. It's still a very nascent stage for accounts payable as a keyword. So we are trying to build around these constraints. We are trying to figure out who wants this solution, and with nRev's help, we are able to get to a lot of people that are looking for the solution.
Glad to know that, Vignesh. Like, approx how many people are there in the team? Like, if you can give me a number.
Yeah. So into core GTM and growth, I would say it's just two of us right now, me and Ananya, and we have our SDR team, which consists of 4 people, and we have our sales team, which consists of another 4 AEs.
Got it. Awesome. Almost 10 people together working and making Mysa win, right? Nice. Now let's come to the problem that you were facing, or that nRev might have helped you solve, right? So the question that I will precisely ask you is, before nRev, how were you finding or prioritizing the accounts and prospects?
Correct. So to put into how Mysa has been doing this initially, in the nascent stage, we were working with a lot of warm leads, connects, right? So we were, going by that format. But then later on, we started doing our outbound again. Everybody starts with a spray and pray kind of model, right? So, which is what you guys are trying to, I would say, eliminate. So initially, like any other company, we were also starting our outbound engine with a cold outbound, cold email kind of setup. So we were using a couple of siloed tools. We were using Apollo. We still do, but then again, most of the areas is already covered by nRev. So that's that. So initially we were using this tool called LGM, for LinkedIn, email, etc. But again, it was also a standalone tool with not a lot of integrations, a lot of flexibility for me as a GTM guy. And then we were doing a lot of automations using Zapier. We have our CRM in Attio, right? So all these things was a very siloed things where I had to somehow match all these things. So that was the initial again pain that I would say. Even if I use any other tool, like, for example, Instantly or HeyReach as well, it had its own like problems because at least probably 6 to 8 months before even they were not focusing on unifying all these processes. But later on, even I mean today everybody is trying to do that, I would say. And yeah, and again market the tools out there in the market is also not solving for GTM like you guys approach it, right? So here with nRev, to be very honest, like I think you guys also propose this value. I do not have to manage a lot of subscriptions. That's one problem you guys are solving for me, like really. So yeah, that part is there. And yeah, so basically the system was very siloed, and yeah, now we are using nRev. That's how we were looking for a solution, and luckily I met you guys in the workshop you were doing in Bangalore.
Okay, nice. You came to the workshop that we did in Bangalore.
Correct.
Awesome. So if I understand right, having your processes, like having many tools and working in silos on separate tools was the most frustrating part, or
Correct.
would you highlight something else?
See, early on itself, I was pretty sure that I did not want to go by a traditional method where I would have a LinkedIn, message outbound or email outbound separately. I tried to figure out things. I put it into a sheet manually, figure things out, and reach out to these people. I didn't want to do that. So initially itself, I was trying to build an automated system with multiple, tools brought together. So basically, I was building workflows across Apollo, HeyReach, all these platforms kind of tied together with APIs and all that things. Yeah, so we were initially itself trying to build this GTM engine where I'm bringing everything together, but then I would say kind of at the same time I was looking for other tools that is making this easier for me. Like the maintenance for me in that setup where I patch everything together was too much, to be honest. So I was looking into tools. We were evaluating Unify, and I would say it is the same time that I met you guys in Bangalore as well. So that is how, like, I thought, I would just try this tool out. It is an Indian tool. It is a made in India product. So I thought I would, try you guys out. And then again, Aradhya from your team has been very helpful. So the onboarding or figuring things out has been very easy. I mean, it was very smooth, to be honest. Yeah, and the capabilities you guys give is also really helpful. So yeah, naturally I shifted from the patched up automation workflow I was setting up to nRev.
Awesome. So approx how many tools were you using before you started using nRev, and like how many tools have you gotten rid of is what I want to know. Like if you can put a number on it.
Correct. We were using like 4 to 5 tools here and there, and with nRev, like almost everything is eliminated right now. I just keep Apollo so that like my team also has access to getting data from whenever they want. So I keep that subscription live, but then again almost every other tool is eliminated as of now.
Nice. You also mentioned that there are a lot of subscriptions that you don't have to take care of today.
Correct.
Because of nRev. So could you also put a number on the expenses that you would be bearing, before nRev came in?
I mean, expenses, I'm not very sure if that would give us a clear picture, because at the scale I was at 6 to 8 months before was very low. Okay, to be honest, I've got the conviction, and I would say the tools or the capability to scale or double down this entire motion was after I started using nRev. So here I was able to build a very predictable, setup, right? So that is after which I started scaling my spends and my expenses in the GTM side of things. So initial phases, I was mostly in the basic plans of all those tools, but even in nRev, like you must know, I started with the basic $100 plans, but then I think I'm sitting on $1,000+ per month at this point right now. Yeah.
Fair. So, like, if you have any idea about other tools where your requirement has increased today, let's say, would you be having an approx idea how much that would cost on other platforms, like given your previous stack?
Got it. I mean, that would easily cross what I'm paying what I'm spending in nRev as of now, for sure. But I mean, correct number, I'm not pretty sure of how it works. Yeah.
No worries. Awesome. Vignesh, tell me, how was like the onboarding and setup journey on nRev for you and your team? And I'll add one more question to it. Like, how long was it from starting to getting your real results? So yeah, two questions merged. Yeah.
Got it. So I like to add something first. So see, the first thing about nRev is that initially, once I got into the platform, right, like once I got a bit handy in the platform, the main stickiness or the main excitement for me in this platform is that I kind of feel that it is limitless, because I can think of anything and probably build that out in the platform today. So that is one thing that amazed me. Like, even if I look into other tools out there, it's either I need to come with my own subscriptions, or there are limits into the way I can automate things, the way I can bend things in those platforms. So I feel in nRev, one thing that really excites me every day to use the platform is that flexibility you guys give. Yeah. Could you repeat the question? I think I missed the question.
No worries. So basically, I wanted to understand how was your onboarding experience with nRev?
Correct. Yeah. So onboarding, I think I was a part of your early cohorts itself. So I was getting a lot of attention from Aradhya as well. So he's helped me a lot in the onboarding process. I'm pretty sure, if you guys are giving that kind of onboarding to everyone, it'd be crazy. I'm not sure about it. But then the kind of guidance, the kind of onboarding you guys have provided initially was wonderful. For me, it felt like I was getting like a proper guidance from an expert in the field, like Aradhya, who was built this product. So getting guidance on how to use the product from a person like that. So that was a great experience. In onboarding also, he was very fast to understand what my requirement was, and the initial direction was given perfectly by your team. So that was a great thing. And to talk about the results, the initial fruits, I would say, I had to accept that it will take some time in the initial phase, because it's a very new thing, and even in the market with the AI and all these things, I had to be very careful, because I'm sending out messages to a lot of people, and the trust factor with AI, writing my messages was something I took time to adapt. But again, once things were solid, once the testing phase was over, I would say in the first month or a half, I think by the time we were into second month of using nRev, I was starting to see the results, and I think somewhere around a quarter we made up our mind to scale this process. We've started seeing great results. Like today my team is driving major results using the workflows and systems that we've built using nRev.
So was that the time when the whole team said that okay, like this finally works, or would you put it on a different time when the whole team came up with that satisfaction that okay, this thing now actually works for Mysa? Like what's
Correct.
that particular aha moment? Like that's
Correct.
what I'm trying to get.
Yeah. So to put it in that way, I would say like, see, for me, I was impressed by the product from day one. Okay, like in a product perspective, I was impressed by the product from day one. But for the team to have that aha moment, we had to reach enough demos because like the structure of my team, I said most of the people are in sales and SDR. So the quality of the leads that were flowing into them, the quality of the demos that was going to my sales team, in the last 4-5 months that has drastically increased, like significantly increased. So my team is really happy. Like we have our CBO Mohit Jain who just keeps telling, just do whatever you're doing right now. It's working for us. So I think that is the aha moment for probably me. As well, with the kind of system that we're building in Mysa right now.
Amazing. Makes me happy to know that as well. Now let's get into how nRev is like looks like in a day-to-day environment for Mysa. So how would how does nRev contribute to your weekly tasks? Is like how does it look like in your typical week? Yeah, that's the right question. Please, if you can.
Sure. So I have a very I don't know if it's a good answer, but yeah, I'll try to format it. But yeah, I feel like I'm not doing a lot of work. Okay, I think that is because I think that is because I am able to automate a lot. When I say a lot, a major chunk of things that I would otherwise be manually doing, or otherwise I would be overlooking, by the help of nRev. So I've built a lot of things, a lot of workflows in nRev in a way that I've made the team, like the team is kind of self-sufficient right now. We have systems in place where the team are self-sufficient to drive those demos, get those meetings. So the systems that we've built in nRev today, that is the scenario I'm in right now. So my weekly, I would probably say it's a lot of, I look into the workflows that we have. We improve those. I still brainstorm with Aradhya to see what we can improve, where we can optimize. Like, see, as we are scaling, a lot of optimization. We work on that. And again, of course, with the founder, with Arpita, who's the CEO at Mysa. So we also think of a lot of new growth experiments that has to, come up next, right? So all these things, I try and recreate that in nRev itself. For example, things related to SEO and all these things. So it's mostly I keep experimenting using the platform. So I think I'll be creating a lot of new workflows, and I try to experiment a bunch of things in nRev. That's my weekly usage of nRev, I would say.
Nice. Would you be able to put that in use case buckets? Let's say some specific aspects that you would run in a week. Let's say research or an outbound, or like on those lines.
Yeah, of course. So I think my major use case in by using nRev currently lies in my outbound setup. When I say outbound, I can split that into all three buckets. Like prospecting is of course done from here. Like when prospecting happens, I have agents doing the prospecting. I have all the filtering, all these things happening, and then second major thing would be the research side of things. All my research is happening in nRev. So once prospecting and research is done, I have my content as well as all the message formatting, any other research in between that everything happens in nRev as of now. And again, I slowly started moving a lot of my operational automation as well to nRev. So I was actually discussing with Aradhya and learning more about the table. I think you guys have released the tables feature, as well as I was exploring the magic node as well. So a lot of these interesting features that you guys have, the magic node is something that is pretty interesting. So I'm trying to move a lot of my operational, workflows as well to nRev. So you guys have almost all the integrations that I want. So why not? So I'm trying and doing that as well right now.
Awesome. Tell me about the targeting and signals. Like, how is nRev helping you reach the right accounts and people? Like, if you can talk about the, like, I'll let you add on that note.
Sure. So yeah, so there are a couple of signals that we are able to pick up using nRev. I would say a part of prospecting, picking up these signals, I'm currently doing with nRev, and to be honest, and the other part of this thing, I've still kept it manual because for a company like mine, for me, we're still figuring out, we're still expanding our ICP, we are still looking into new avenues. So my team also adds on a lot of prospects. But yeah, again, coming back to picking up signals, like in the initial phases, I've done some brainstorming with Aradhya, and what we've done is we've made some hypothesis on probably if a particular thing happened, a particular engagement, a particular comment, a particular post, all these things we've thought might be a signal for how that company would be a ICP or a prospect for Mysa. So we've done a couple of hypotheses like that. We're picking signals from across jobs, LinkedIn posts, and all these activities. And yeah, that is of great help because I strongly believe, other than volume is important, but again, I strongly believe reaching to the right people when they're looking out for a solution is the best way to sell. I mean, that is very simple, but it makes a lot of sense for me. So yeah, that's something that's working for me. So yeah, that's what nRev is enabling me to do.
Awesome. What if I say, what part of your work has, like what used to be manual that you described earlier is replaced now? So what's replaced?
See, so I think, got it. Yeah, so I think if you talk to any, let's say ABM or a growth person or or somebody who runs campaigns, right? So the major thing is planning a campaign, reaching, writing messages, probably, making a prospect list. So basically, if not for nRev, this is something probably me or my team would be actively doing. This is something that would be keeping me very busy. I would say a lot of manual effort, a lot of manual research would go. But today I feel like, if I have a thought saying this segment might work, I could just with a couple of changes in my workflows do an experiment quickly without a lot of effort. The research, the messaging, everything is sorted because we've set it up in a way that the system has enough context about Mysa. So I would say a lot of generic outbound activities that any other team would be even today doing, we've made it much efficient and much easier. Yeah, so that is an area where I've saved a lot of time, to be honest.
Nice. Now let's get into some results and the impact that nRev has helped you achieve. Beginning with, what changed in your pipeline since adopting nRev? If you can put numbers, please do.
Sure. I mean, yeah. We've expanded into multiple domains. I would say we've explored a lot of domains. We've talked to businesses from a lot of other domains that were not part of what we were targeting initially, because with signals especially, we figured a lot of other sectors also might require the solution. And we found results over there. So that is one major impact, I would say. And to the key results, to the metric, we've had a really good jump. We've almost 10x, and growing our result probably last 2 quarters using nRev, less than 2 quarters to be honest. Like initially a lot of setup was there, so once we were up and ready with the entire stack, I think we've 10x what we were doing then to what we're doing right now.
Nice. And could you put a number on the number of domains that you have explored with nRev? Like, again.
Yeah, I mean, so Mysa is a very segment agnostic product, right? So again, keeping couple of products that we segments that we do not touch, but other than that, we are pretty segment agnostic. You have vendor bills, you can approach Mysa. So we are pretty segment agnostic. So I would say across domains, I wouldn't be able to put a number probably, but we've explored across niche segments like like manufacturing, where probably I would say if I go by an Apollo or something, I wouldn't be able to even get enough data of these guys, right? So I think LinkedIn signals is a key factor that helped me reach these guys. There are some of the other finance controller or a CFO or somebody from manufacturing company who was there in LinkedIn. Otherwise, a lot of people from probably these companies are not there out online a lot, or probably their data is not available, right? So I have been able to tap into industries like that as well, starting from new age D2C brands to probably traditional businesses. We were able to reach a lot of these sectors, which are like drastically even different from each other.
Amazing, awesome. I know you have already said that it has reduced the amount of work where you are feeling like you're not working enough. But like, how much time is the team saving today, and what are you doing with the time instead? Like, where's the time now going?
Correct. So I would say with the time that we save, we are not a heavily equipped in sense of manpower today. We are just a couple of people who are looking into more experiments, more activities to pick up, right? So in that sense, I think we are putting major efforts into exploring more domains of growth, like any other. Like now we have majorly solved for outbound using nRev. We are again using nRev to solve for things like SEO as well. So we are putting efforts into other growth experiments that again a lot of low hanging fruits that can be picked up. So we are trying and experimenting a lot of other domains with the time that we are saving.
Nice. So could you say that, like, from tactical work that you would have done, it has moved you towards strategic work in trying other channels and more experimenting?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. So I think a lot of people would be stuck once they figured out outbound, right? They might still be stuck in that process of repeatability. But with nRev, a lot of most things are automated, so the repeatability and the scale is taken care of. I just need to make sure that the system, I just keep making a couple of changes here and there, so the system works fine. Otherwise, the repeatability and scale is taken care using the workflows that I've built in nRev. So that side of things, again, like we talked before, saves a lot of time, and the operational effort that is going otherwise is reduced, and we are able to put in more time strategically.
Amazing. If you had to point out one or two outcomes that mattered the most to Mysa, what are they?
I would say like a North Star metric itself. I think number of demos, like the sheer number of demos has increased. So that was the major idea as well. That was the that was something that we wanted to fundamentally increase, and as an outcome that has increased. So basically I'm getting great value using it.
Awesome. A very different question. What would it cost you to go back to how things were before nRev?
I hope I don't have to, but yeah, I mean, that'd be a lot of man hours, basically, a lot of manual work that I don't want to do anymore. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. But again, still, it's a lot of time. To be honest, a lot of time saved. Going back to a manual process would mean not a lot of time to think strategically and pick up newer things. Right? See, like I said, I started here as a founder's office. I mean, I'm still working in the scope of a founder's office person. So it's best that we keep exploring newer things. So my time to explore other domains, comes from the freedom that I get by automating things in nRev. So yeah, I mean, to lose that time would be a very bad loss, I would feel.
Nice. Now we are approaching the end of the session, Vignesh. But before that, I have a set of questions which we'll quickly go through.
Sure.
Right? How would you describe nRev to another founder or a growth lead in a sentence or two? Like, what's your understanding?
I would. Sure. I mean, nRev is the go-to market stack that I would tell anybody. I would ask anybody to use. Like, and you guys, since you guys are also allowing a trial model, I can just log in and test. It's a best way anybody can explore the product as. So I would very strongly ask them to check the product out, because once I checked out, I just couldn't go back. So yeah.
It's like a fill in the blanks. Before nRev we dash, now we dash. So you have to fill in the blanks.
Yeah. Okay. Before nRev, experiments were slow. After nRev, it's like crazy high speed.
Nice. What would you say to someone who is still hesitating or maybe on the fence to try it out?
See, from my experience, I've seen a lot of people hesitant to put money into the sales or marketing side of things, right? So a lot of people are hesitant to move out of the traditional methods where the cost is low, but again, the opportunity cost is too high. The risk that they are not taking is costing them more than what they think. So I think they should take that leap. It's not a leap of faith or anything. There are proven data out there. People who have moved to approaches tools like nRev have take me as an example. I would say you can approach me also if you want any thing regarding that. But I am a strong advocate for the shift from the traditional methodology of outbound or growth to what you guys are envisioning with nRev today.
Nice. What's been the single best thing about working with nRev? The product or the team?
I mean, the product is really good, but the team, I would say, you guys are really fun to work with.
Nice. Okay. Thank you so much. On a scale, would you recommend? And why? Like, put that on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, what's a recommendation rating and why?
See, I would say 10 on 10. Like, I'm not biased over here, but I would say 10 on 10 because a lot of tools, I've experimented a lot of tools. some lets you automate your operational stuff. Some lets you automate a lot of things, but again, you need to go with your own subscription, your own tools. Again, it comes back to the same headache that I had before, right? I had to manage all that. But with nRev, I feel like as a GTM person, I can just come into the tool and within like minutes, I could build something that is of worth, right? So I feel that is a great value add that you guys are giving. So 10 on 10, I would recommend nRev. For anybody who is on the fence, just take the leap. You'll see value.
Nice. Thank you so much, Vignesh. Anything we didn't cover that you would want people to know about from your experience?
No, I mean, see, the support that you get from the team is something very commendable, and I can see that you guys want your customers to succeed, right? So that is one major thing that I would want to put out there. The team is really helpful. Anything you can approach them, and again, strategically as well. They've done a lot of research in the GTM side, so they can help you figure that part as well.
Amazing. I think, yeah, we are done with this session. We closed it quite early, and yeah, like setting aside our today's call, we are done with that. I just wanted to say, I also do SEO. If you want to brainstorm sometime, like even I would get to learn some new ideas and strategies that you might be trying. So yeah, let's connect on that someday. For now, thank you so much, Vignesh.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me here. Yes, it was a nice session. All right, thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.